Hello readers, I'm the Avid reader, and today we're doing another book tag. So this book tag is called the Fictional Universes tag, and it was created by the YouTuber William's Library. And at the end of his tag he said anyone who wants to do this tag can and should. So there are half a dozen questions I'm gonna answer related to this. So question number 1. In which fictional universe would you visit and explore? I would visit the universe of Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, also known as Blade Runner, where it's a futuristic world where most humans have colonized other planets, but people who are classified as inferior have been forced to stay on Earth. And you have these giant apartment complexes which are almost uninhabited. So I would like to walk around in one of those complexes and just enjoy the giantness of that building alone. So it'd be interesting to explore that world. Question number 2. In which fictional universe would you stay in if you couldn't return? I would say the World War series by Harry Turtlelove. After the World War is over, of course, and I would pick the United States as you have aliens on half the Earth, so we would have a lot of extra technology, so we would be much more technologically developed in the United States. It would be awesome to live in a free country, but having aliens next door, but aliens you're not at war with. But you could experience a really different culture. Life would be easier. Question number 3. What fictional universe would you avoid? I would avoid the Stephen King multiverse. So Stephen King is an author who writes a lot of fantasy and horror, and all of his books are connected in a sense, and there are a lot of horrible things in Stephen King's multiverse that I would not want to get near. I don't want to go to Derry, Maine, where you have an evil clown who's gonna kill me through my worst fear, and then there's also the semi-god Randall Flagg who goes around the world doing evil stuff. There are vampires who'll kill you without hesitating. So yeah, that's a place I would avoid. I don't want to even visit. There are so many dangerous cities in the Stephen King multiverse, I'm not going there. Question number 4. In which fictional universe would you fight for a cause or enter a competition? So I would go to Harry Turtledove's Atlantis trilogy, to the second book. And Atlantis is basically, imagine the United States, but you have the East Coast, which is its own island in the middle of the Atlantic. And in the second book, Atlantis rebels against Britain to be independent. And in this timeline, Atlantis is basically the freest place in the world, at least for Europeans. So if I had to put my life on the line for a cause in a fictional universe, I would fight for the Atlantean army against the British. Question number 5. In which fictional universe would you want to rule? So there's a book called Land of Promise by James Wesley Rawls, and it basically imagines a world of slowly being taken over by an Islamic caliphate, and you have Western governments who are kowtowing to them. And there's a place in Africa called the Lemit Triangle, and there are a bunch of Christian libertarians who decide we're gonna migrate here, and this is going to be a sanctuary for Protestants. If I had to rule over one place, I would pick that place, since I don't know if you noticed from my channel, but I'm someone who's right-wing libertarian. So I would want to rule a place where the people expect the government to leave them alone for the most part. It's gonna be a Christian country, so it's gonna kind of be weird for someone like me that's kind of agnostic to be the ruler, but I'm not gonna interfere in the religious stuff. So yeah, I think I could rule that place, and I could just handle diplomacy and then have someone handle the army. And I wouldn't have to manage the economy that much, since the economy is based on gold, platinum, and silver anyways. So those are the 5 questions, and then the last thing to do is to tag someone. And if there's someone I have to tag, I'm gonna tag Bookish Drummer, which is my favorite booktuber who makes Stephen King related videos, so check his channel out. Thank you for William's Library for creating this book tag, Fictional Universes tag. It's an interesting concept, and it reveals which fictional universes we've thought the most about. Anyways, I'm the Avid Reader, and I will see you readers next time.